only been 1 week, but I already have an update on the GNOME investigation.
Not only does this mean there's an update, but it also means you have a time frame to go back through your door cam.
Also, only been a week. A week is a lifetime in a kidnapping situation.
Yeah, that's right.
Welcome to Multiple Nerdgasm with your hosts, Matt, Luke, and Dan. Multiple Nerdgasm, your guide to all things nerdy.
There's good news. They've been returned.
Right.
Unharmed.
You paid the ransom.
They've been returned and freshly painted.
So,
and it happened.
Now, I've seen a photo of these and they look great. I want to see how they looked before.
But
they were fine before, but
but I was
mine
thinking
had
about
like
this, right? It's so presumptuous, right?
It is.
Because that's what if they were like, I don't know, treasured heirlooms, like yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, mate,
well,
if my daughter painted a gnome and someone painted over
What
it...
if your kids who are dead now did them or something like that? They don't know.
Yeah.
No, but they don't know.
They don't know. I mean? That's the thing. That's why it's so weird. Like, it seems like I can see where people would think it's a nice thing, but it's just so intrusive.
It's very presumptuous.
But now we've got a choice, because we got the camera out, saw who did it, have no idea who it is still, which is even weirder.
It's a total stranger. Wow.
Like, it's not like a neighbour that we know, so it's a total stranger. But now, do we put our other gnomes out that are out the back that need a bit of a freshen up out there?
That's right, yeah. Other things you need painted.
Weird.
You know, an old birdhouse or something. Pop that out there. See when they're going to stop.
Listeners, we're going to harness the power of the listeners to assist with this too, because this person might have an Instagram or some kind of
hashtag gnome
YouTube channel where they're like, because there's YouTube channels for guys who mow lawns, right? You've had that happen to you. Maybe you got done by one of them. Like, maybe they do
with the mowing the lawn. They do the thing where they come and ask.
No, not always. There's one guy who he's been told off halfway through before because he was mowing the lawn. It was at someone's rental property who just doesn't give a shit. And the guy shows up and he's like, "What are you doing on my fucking lawn?" And he's like, "Mowing
it." Because it's shit.
I mean, that's kind of fair though. Like, if some guy was mowing my lawn, I'd want to know who he was and what he was doing there. And mowing your lawn is not a good enough explanation for why he'd be in my
situation
backyard.
Luke's having. Luke's had exactly that situation, and now he's got the gnome situation. So what I'm saying is there could be a YouTuber out there who
I don't know if I
being...
hope this is the same person or not.
Do people just think I don't know how to take care of myself or something?
I don't know why they think that.
No, we already established they don't know you. So they don't know.
Well, Luke doesn't know them. That doesn't mean they don't know Luke. I mean, he is a D-level internet celebrity, so...
Yeah, and it is fairly obvious that he can't take care of himself, I assume.
That guy from Multiple Nerdgasms, grass needs mowing and his nose need repainting.
So that I don't know what'll happen after this, because I was hoping I could find out like which neighbour what I saw, but now I don't know. So
something of theirs.
What's the next step?
Man, woman, or child?
It's a woman.
A woman. Okay.
It's a woman.
Elderly woman, like a retiree.
It's an older woman.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because older woman, that's not YouTuber.
No, you never know.
No, I mean, I don't want to be.
Shelley,
you don't know these
Skyrim
days.
grandma. She's an old woman.
True. In fact, I might try to get in touch with her this week because I've also begun playing Skyrim again.
Oh.
And how many times have you purchased it now?
At least 3 times, and this is the third time I'm playing it. I've got to say, guys, Skyrim on the Switch, it was like a match that was always meant to be. This is stunning. A lot of this
streaming or running off it?
Here's the thing. I don't know. I would have assumed it was running off it, except I didn't download it. But the streaming version of Resident Evil Village took like 10 minutes to load because it had to connect to the server, and this loads instantly. So I honestly don't know. But it is the graphics are so precise it couldn't possibly be using this hardware.
I mean, I've had it for a while, certainly before there were streaming games, so I think it does run on there. It's like I bought it, I think, back when it came out on the Switch, like years ago.
That was it. Now, do you have the enhanced edition?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because I've not even looked up to see what the difference between enhanced and non-enhanced is. I just saw that this was $30 and went, yeah, that's within my price range. And guys, honestly, I've been playing a bit of Skyrim before bed at night. It's been amazing. It's like it's 2011 all over again.
The funny thing is, I've owned Skyrim. I bought it on PC first many years ago. When we lived in Auburn, actually, when it came out.
I remember when you were playing it.
And then I bought it on the Xbox
360.
One, right?
Oh, Xbox One.
No, Xbox One.
Would have been 360.
I had it on.
Oh,
no. I bought it later on the Xbox One. And then because I bought the the remastered version of it. There was a remaster of it like years ago that I bought, right? And I've since bought the upgraded edition on that, and I've bought the Switch version. So,
and as Todd Howard says, you keep buying it, we'll keep releasing it.
Mate, if they keep releasing it, I'll keep buying it. Honestly, it's amazing.
But the last
game is
place
amazing.
I played it was on the Xbox, actually, like a few months ago.
Yeah, so I played it twice on Xbox. The 360 would have been the first time, and then Xbox One the second time. The first time, I basically did a regular playthrough, a similar combination of main story and side quests. Second time I played through, I didn't do any of the main story whatsoever. It was a longer playthrough than the first one, and all I did was just live there. This time, I'm going to do the main story, but I'm also, if I discover a location, I have to clear it. I'm not allowed to just let things come up on the map and then just go, what was that? So if I find a cave, all right, well, I'm going in this cave.
In.
Yeah, so I'm really enjoying
what have you
playing with that. I'm also not getting like totally stuck on inventory this time either. Of like having to search every corpse and every jar.
You're going to leave those wheels of cheese lying around, are you?
That's right, yeah. Skeever's
like some
tails.
sort of loser.
That's true. I'm always carrying too much in those games because I might need this new weapon I've just got. I never use it, but I might.
And then you're like, what's taking all this room? Why do I have 500 forks?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And then it's also, I'll take this and sell it because I need money. I've got all the money in the world, but I still want to sell
I'm
this.
early enough
the guy
in
at the store's
game.
like, I don't want that.
I'm
not sure why you brought that back.
But also, like, before I was carrying all these dragon's bones with me and it's stuff thinking, they'll figure in. They don't figure in. They just are expensive. So sell them immediately. Which
you can make armor out of them. At a certain point, if you want to.
Yeah.
The last time I played it, I basically, before I got to Whiterun, and then from there managed to not play any more of the story until I had dragon armor. I got so good at blacksmithing. That was all I focused on. And then just playing the game, once you've got that from the start, you're invincible.
You just make daggers. And you can get...
you just make dagger over and over and over.
I mean, if you want to do that, you can do that. It is a little cheaty.
You still need resources, though. So you still need to go out and fight dragons, etc. But you do level up your smithing very, very quickly doing that.
Yes.
I don't have a smith I can use yet because I'm not...
Now I want to play it again.
Do you think that's how it works in real life? Is that you just make daggers?
I mean, more or less.
Like over and over again. All you make is daggers, and then one day I've made enough daggers, now I can make dragon bone armor.
Well, I worked at the Easter show one year, and I buddied up to the blacksmith that was there, and he taught me how to make horseshoes. And I will say, I made 3 over a long weekend. The first one wasn't even shaped like a horseshoe. It was garbage. By the third one,
the horse was not having it.
Yeah, you could kind of tell that it was meant to be a horseshoe. So I do think if you've made thousands of daggers, you probably are a good,
I've made a dagger with my friend Ed. Yeah.
Okay.
He had a forge in his garage in Stanmore.
Oh,
yeah,
as you do.
Yeah. He was our DM.
The Stanmore blacksmiths.
Yeah, he was the dungeon master for our D&D game back many moons ago.
Right,
and he had a forge and everything. He moved to.
I'm shocked that somebody that'd be into Dungeons and Dragons has made a forge.
Yeah. He moved to Catalonia, and he does metal work there now. So good on him.
I mean, if you're going to do it anywhere,
that's
like.
Well,
Central
there's probably
Europe
more of a business there
than Sydney. Stanmore, yeah. But I did make one. I made one dagger, so
that's right.
I'm on my
way.
Have it? No, I left it with him because it was all his materials and everything. I felt a bit weird about it.
Yeah, you just did it for the sake of the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Should have
hard
stabbed
work,
him with
man.
it, and then you would have become the blacksmith.
Solved his power. Yeah. Fosroda!
But it's a lot of heating, cooling down, hitting.
Roll
it's a
6 or above to see if you survive, dickhead.
It's fucking hard work.
I bet it is.
In
Horseshoes are
summer,
fucking
in
hard.
Stanmore, in a garage that opens onto the back alley, it's fucking hot and hard work. It's good fun, though.
I bet it is.
Now, we've all watched a trailer.
Oh, yeah.
We have. Yeah.
We are all excited and nervous all at the same time, I think.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay, I tell you what. I would have been only excited if they hadn't have included that New York City footage in. Because in the last trailer, I managed to convince myself that maybe that was just work in progress special effects, but it's still in there. And so now I think, okay, so there's at least one really over the top blue screen chase sequence that I'm not excited about.
So they showed this at
Sorry, did we say what this was?
Star Wars. No, I was about to say,
No.
obviously, it's the Star Wars Celebration, so they showed the Indiana Jones trailer.
Yeah.
Which I was like, all right. I mean, it is owned by the same company.
Sort of, isn't it?
Yeah, so Indiana Jones and the Dial
Oh,
of
it is.
Destiny.
Oh, that's
has-
right. They own the rights to make new ones, but they don't own the distribution rights to the old ones.
Something like that, yeah. Paramount still owns that or something.
Mm.
But so the new trailer. This trailer is better than the other trailer.
Yeah.
In my opinion. It made me go, okay. The other one made me not want to watch it.
Cringe a little.
I do get the feeling with this one that they're not leaning into the old jokes this time. Like they're starting off with he's retiring. Well, I hope they start off with that and that sort of.
I thought Harrison Ford said in an interview recently that they had a bunch of old man jokes in there, and he was like, "Get that out of there."
Yeah.
doesn't need
Let's
to be
not
there.
make
No one
that
gives
movie.
a shit.
Yeah.
They know I'm old. Let's stop drawing attention to it.
Yeah.
I already made those
Phoebe
jokes in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge looks great in it, though.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
She's a good
Yeah.
actress.
I'm into her.
I mean, everyone.
If you know what I mean.
Mads Mikkelsen's a Nazi in it.
I know,
Am I
and
wrong?
he's going full Nazi too. I was like, okay, you can only play a Nazi if you're famous enough as a nice guy that people know you're not a Nazi. You know what I mean? Like, because if I put on a Nazi outfit,
You can go
even just
ham
for
in
a
this.
play, everyone would be like, "Oh, of course, Dan."
No, it depends. for a main Nazi, you need to be that. For a background Nazi, I think
You
can
did
get away
write and
with
direct the
playing a
play,
main
Dan.
Nazi.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it's called "My Life as a Nazi," an autobiography.
No, I'm looking forward to it, but I do worry that it's more when the music starts playing, that sort of brings me back, and that's what I liked
See,
about
but
it.
the other trailer did that, and I found it to be a bit on the nose. And this one they smushed together, was it the Stones song, Sympathy for the Devil, with the Indiana Jones theme. And I was like, oh, okay.
Sympathy for Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah.
Other thing I did get from the trailer is, because you know how he's going to be, they're showing like younger versions of him. I get the
Yeah, it
feeling they're
looks
not
good.
flashbacks, more of a he's gone back in time type of thing.
Oh, interesting. I see what you're saying.
Mads Mikkelsen does say he's going to undo
Yes.
what happened in the past.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe, okay, so the old Indy doesn't travel back in time, but he can travel back in time within his...
Maybe he goes
Past
back
or
and
something?
meets young Indy.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe they kiss. Well, why don't we jerk each other off?
It's just a feeling I have. I don't have anything to. But
look,
sort of.
No, that's just...
I also-
Yeah, no, it does seem
they've-
to be something like that. Because he says Hitler made a bunch of mistakes and I'm going to go back and fix them. That's what Mads Mikkelsen says.
And it's the Dial of Destiny, which to me makes it.
That's what Mads Mikkelsen said in an interview.
Yeah, I was about
I'm
to
not
say,
sure
at
they
least-
didn't
yeah.
ask him about
No,
that.
no,
He just
he
started saying it and everyone was like, all right,
Yeah.
please focus on the film, please, Mads.
yeah, he was like, Hitler made one mistake, and they're like, probably more than one, but go on. And he's like, no, I just think if I was in Hitler's position, I would do at least one thing slightly differently.
It's like- just- all right, Mads.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Harrison Ford?
The thing is that not the platform. No, fuck it. It is Luke's gone. So
Is there another platform you have that I don't know about? Then?
Yeah. I'm listening to
listeners.
this. Oh yeah, that's where he's gone. This long form podcast on Hitler and the Nazis at the moment, and the thing is, Hitler at so many points, and now I didn't agree with him at any of these points, but and I just feel it's important to say that. However,
Yeah.
if he had stopped at a dozen or so points before he invaded Poland, he would have gotten away with it and gotten everything. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, there was so many... Like, he invaded Czechoslovakia, annexed that. He annexed parts of the Soviet Union. He'd annexed parts of France and parts of northern Italy. No one did a thing. If he got a little too greedy. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Like, Europe today could have been very different if he just kept the reins on it.
Reined it in somewhat and not
yeah.
gone whole hog. Yeah.
Well, saying we'd be better off.
He didn't.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, for us, yes. I want this to be good. I noticed there's a part in it where he says something about, well, this will be the last time I do this. So I think they're making it very clear this is not just the start of something new. This is
I think they did cut
film.
that from an interview with Harrison Ford. No, let's put that in the movie because that's right. They're now saying that, actually. They're saying this is the final.
If they could do that, I think they should do that with all the interview footage of Mark Hamill leading up to
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi, and just put all that in but just as Luke Skywalker.
I don't agree with what I've been told to say in this scene, Ray, but I'm going to say
right.
it anyway.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, we've
got some Ray news.
Ray news.
Yeah, we do.
This blew my fucking mind, man.
I thought wait for Luke to put his headphones on. Let Luke put his headphones on.
And that's how we know Indy's gay.
I'm back. Oh, he is now. Damn it, I missed it.
Well, he's gay for himself.
Yeah.
I'm gay for him.
It's not gay, it's just masturbation if you're fucking yourself from an alternate timeline.
Do you think when he comes, it goes whoosh?
Do you think young Indy's doing all these tricks with his dick? And then old Indy just gets it out and just quickly jerks off?
It makes that count.
And this is what happens when I leave you two alone.
I hope his gun makes the same ridiculous gun sound.
Oh, that twangy, that like 1930s bullet sound. Yeah.
It's like, why does it sound like that? Because it's Indy.
Yeah. And because at this point, it would sound weird if it didn't. Like, if you've heard a real gun, it just sounds like a big popping sound. If his gun made that, you'd be like, what is that?
His gun sounds like a cannon. It's like...
Yeah.
It could be worse. It could be like Natalie Portman's gun in The Phantom Menace, where no matter which gun she fires, it makes the same sound.
I'd make a sound if she fired my gun. That's for sure.
When she fell out of the helicopter spaceship in Attack of the Clones, if you saw it at the movies, and she goes, and then they're like, "Are you all right?" "Yeah, I'm fine." And she just gets up and walks off.
Is that just after her complete onesie gets torn into a tank top?
I'm not complaining about that. Yes, it is.
Luke,
they fixed that for the DVD release.
They filled in the tank top.
No, the noise that
they
she
got rid
makes
of
when
her
she falls out.
noise.
It actually sounds like she hurts herself. She doesn't just go,
Right, yeah.
No, they're not putting more clothes on her.
No.
Luke, just in your absence, we stopped ourselves from moving on from indie news to Star Wars news.
Yeah, you can't leave me out of Star Wars news.
No, of course not. But we were just saying that there's Ray news. Did you know that? Did you read this?
No.
They've announced...
What's happening?
So, James Mangold is doing a movie. Dave Filoni is doing a movie. And
someone you've
Ryan
never
Johnson's
heard of is
doing a trilogy.
Someone else is doing a movie. One of the movies they're doing, I forget who's doing which. I don't
the other
think
person.
The other person's doing one that's set years after Rise of Skywalker, and it's got Daisy Ridley in it as Rey, teaching a new generation of Jedi.
Another reboot.
He's rolling his eyes, listeners. He's rolling his eyes.
The annoying thing is
they're trying to contain his rage.
They're going to do the storyline that they should have done for the actual sequels.
I mean, that's optimistic. I would have said they were going to make the same mistake all over again. But yeah, I mean,
think it
hope
actually
you're right.
says it's the new Jedi Order is the era.
Mark Hamill's going to be like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Yes, new Jedi Order. Daisy Ridley was on hand at Star Wars Celebration to celebrate, which is appropriate given the name.
You know what they
of
should
the
do?
event.
You know what would be awesome? if they wrote in that there was a former stormtrooper that was like destined to be a Jedi or something. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if they had started to write a character? You know what they should do, though? They should definitely not make him a person of color so that half the world don't go, please write him out of the trilogy.
Yes. There's no way they'd screw that up, though.
We were fucking
if they would
robbed,
do that.
man. Honestly, I mean, the person who's most annoyed about this, of course, is Boyega himself.
Yeah, of course.
Like, was promised and really, really set up for a very lead role in that trilogy, and then was pushed to the side. We all lost when that happened.
The problem is they let two directors write their own different stories.
Mm-hmm. Well, 3, and then they panicked about the last one, and they went, just go back to the
wasn't the third one James Mangold? Isn't he back?
No. It was what's he? The Jurassic World guy. What's his name? Bloody the guy did Jurassic, and because he had a
the guy who did Godzilla as well.
No, that's
Mangold.
No, that's Garth
Marenghi.
Edwards. Garth Marenghi.
Oh yeah, Garth.
I fucking wish Garth Marenghi would do a Star Wars movie.
Matt, have you seen? There's a guy on Twitter who's writing all the fake Garth Marenghi books.
Oh God, no, I haven't.
Colin Trevorrow.
That's Colin Trevorrow.
Yeah,
that's not the guy writing the Garth Marenghi books. That's the guy who was supposed to direct Episode 9, and then they fired him because Jurassic World came out. It was a huge hit, but then he did some other movie, Book of Henry or something.
But
then if you saw when they
with Disney, don't you?
And then it was a bit shit, and then Disney were like, nah. Got scared.
But then remember, his script was leaked, and it was good.
Yeah.
It was different, which is
who loved it? John Boyega.
Yes.
So looking at this Mangold's film, we'll explore the first Jedi to use the Force, and will be set 25,000 years in the past. It doesn't say in what past, though.
That could be interesting.
25 years in whose past?
Well, before Star Wars, I assume.
That's but which one?
It'll be
what? Yeah,
it'll be BBY.
I suppose once you get the numbers that big, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I was about to say
25,000 years
before the
BBY, which is it's
Battle
before
of
Battle of Yavin.
Yeah,
there's BBY and ABY.
That's the line, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that was what it used to be in the extended
that.
universe.
Imagine that. Just some kid just suddenly figures out he can do stuff. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And we'll know that there won't be any other Jedi or anything because it doesn't exist yet.
It's true. What's he going to do? Is he going to... He's just going to be massively overpowered against whatever it is that's keeping him down.
I wonder if they're going to talk about the midichlorians. Like, is it the first one? He fucks a monkey and gets blood disease and...
Now, Luke,
it's written by Ricky Gervais.
The monkey fucked him back that he got the disease. I saw this interview with George Lucas the other day, an older interview, but about the scripts that he gave to Disney, right?
Yeah.
And evidently, Disney did use quite a few of his ideas in the Force Awakens.
Yeah, they said that.
They cherry-picked a few of his good points.
Yeah.
But he wanted an entire movie. So the Force, people use the Force, but then the Force, and the Force influences midichlorians inside you, right? But he wanted it to be that these tiny microbes controlled the Force and therefore controlled people, and therefore people that use the Force are literally just puppets of these microbes. And he wanted episode 10 or something, the Wills, to be set in the subatomic world. And the characters were all microbes. So, you know how we were like, what ideas did George Lucas have that Disney were like, absolutely fucking not?
But at this point, I wish he'd done it, to be honest. Because I don't like any of this new stuff.
I know.
No, but this is why I also think it's a good idea that it was taken off him a little bit when he's going down that path.
I don't know, man.
Look, give it to me. I will fix this.
Okay, hold on. What if they said to you, look, we have bought the rights to this fucking microbe world story. We have to use that, but Luke, you can direct it and you can interpret it any way you want. So you're not allowed, you have to still set it in this subatomic world. You'd still be up for it?
I'd still be up for it, and I'd make it work.
Okay,
I'd like to see that. I would definitely watch that movie.
It'd be set there, but a lot of the story would happen elsewhere.
You remember when?
Sure.
But no, look, what I really think they're doing what they should have done. So they're having her building the new Jedi Order. So there's going to be no Empire. Mm-hmm. There'll be warlords and stuff. So there'll be the remnants of the Empire that get split up and go off and create their own sort of little sanctums and stuff. That'll happen.
I bet it won't. I bet it'll be something shit that you won't think of because
you seem very sure about this. Yeah.
What they should also do is they should also get to the part where I thought Luke was going in The Last Jedi before they ruined it and turned him into, no, there is only good luck, that they go into that grey area.
Sure.
There is no black and white, light and dark.
I haven't watched...
There is... Like Michael Jackson always said.
Yes.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Beat it. Just
I
beat
will
it.
touch you.
Yeah. You can but that's not true though. He really only touched white kids.
Is that true?
I mean, anecdotally,
I take it all back. Take it all back.
Well, yeah, I think it's only it was only sort of white children that came forward.
Also, I'm sorry. I took us in a very strange direction. I'm really sorry, listeners.
Hold on. I'll just
you guys went with this way more than I expected.
Well, actually, he was a huge Star Wars fan, so it's still on top.
All right, fine. I'll allow it.
Didn't he
then.
either write or direct or star in or something the Disney Star Wars ride back in the 80s as well? There was a Michael Jackson Star Wars
something
experience.
Like that. Yeah.
Remember, he wanted to be Jar Jar.
That's when Star Wars was still magical. He couldn't have done a worse job than Ahmed Best. Michael Jackson, in that song too, Black or White, it doesn't say he'll date you if you're black or white. He says, if you're thinking about my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. So he's like...
That's true.
So, like, if you're a friend of the person I'm dating, I don't care what race you are.
What does he mean by that?
But to be clear, I will only date white people.
And one of them is Elvis Presley's daughter, wasn't it?
Oh, well, he married her. There's no evidence. I think she still claims they never consummated that marriage, though, doesn't she?
Oh, dear.
And then he impregnated a nurse.
Yeah.
Did he?
Why did you do quotes on nurse, not on impregnate?
He's not convinced of her qualifications.
And then,
pregnant, but what does she do for a living?
And then Elvis's granddaughter went and married Nicolas Cage and made him get rid of all his comic books that he then spent years trying to buy back.
That's right.
For a lot more than what he sold them for.
Yeah. Except for that one Superman #1 that's still missing to this day.
No one's going to part with that.
The final film in the trilogy, so it's not a trilogy, I shouldn't call it that, but in the 3 films that they're making, is Dave Filoni tying together Mandalorian, Boba Fett, and the Ashoka show.
Sorry, I just fell asleep. What did you say?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Can we just cut Boba Fett out?
Well, here's the thing.
I know my tattoo likes
Mandalorian yet?
Boba Fett. Yes, I have. I'm
okay.
watching it now.
And?
Oh, yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Okay. So I started watching something recently because, as you know, I didn't watch all of Kenobi. I watched the first 2 episodes and then I just couldn't.
Oh, I forgot that.
It was absolute garbage.
Yeah.
And then I watched this video essay on why conceptually it was very good. It was just really drawn out. And I thought, okay, maybe that's true. So I found a fan edit that edited the entire series of Kenobi into just one movie. And I started watching that. And I got about the same, editorially, the same distance in.
And then you got
bored. It's just not good. It's just not any good. There was absolutely no reason for Kenobi and Vader to have met during that time.
No.
It really undermines that whole thing that they hadn't seen each other for 30 years. It's wrong. It ruins what was already there.
It's like they found a loophole where they were able to smush it in there, but that doesn't mean it makes sense, really. No. Like, they never said they didn't bump into each other.
Yeah.
All right, I guess.
Sure.
It's heavily
strongly implied they
seen
didn't.
each other. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it does undermine a lot of,
now I'm the master.
Stuff.
Yeah, I know. You said that last time we met up.
Yeah, that's right. And then he literally says, "You didn't kill Anakin. I killed Anakin." Yeah, we know. Right? It actually means a lot less if he's just telling him that.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell. So on the nose.
You know what I realized the other day, and I don't know why this popped into my head. When I was a kid and I used to watch New Hope, I thought there were 2 lightsabers in that movie. One red one, one blue one.
Right.
But there's not.
There's
Obi-Wan's
3.
lightsaber and Luke's father's lightsaber are 2 different lightsabers.
Yeah,
I had just assumed that...
I assumed Obi-Wan had that one.
Yeah, correct. I assumed that... And he was like, this is it. This is the lightsaber. And that Luke had ended up with it. But of course, that's not the case. It's just on the floor of the Death Star. Because he wouldn't have had
it after that.
Yeah, correct.
That's a good point. I never really thought about that.
But you never saw them both take them out at once. You never saw them duel or even practice dueling.
Right, we never established that Obi-Wan had his own lightsaber.
In
addition to the one that he gave Luke.
Even though you didn't see them together, like, he hands the one to Luke, Luke's got it, and then Obi-Wan uses his to cut off Ponda
Same
thing.
I just
but it's not.
Luke hadn't been holding it at that point.
They didn't establish there were 2 of them.
Yeah, correct. You never saw them both.
Yeah.
So just as a kid, I thought there was the blue lightsaber and the red lightsaber. Yeah, I don't know. It just passed me by.
Yeah. No, I never. No. There's a part where Luke goes to kill himself with it because he doesn't know what it is.
He's just looking at it.
No, they cut that scene out. The bit where he gets so depressed that Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen are dead that he's like, "I'm just going to point this lightsaber in my mouth."
Yeah. That's a good scene though in the Kenobi series. Where
I made it up. I made it up. It doesn't exist.
Kenobi goes and drops off that little model plane to Luke that he plays with in New Hope because you've got to fucking link everything. And then fucking Owen comes and chucks it back at him and goes, he doesn't need your fucking toys and he doesn't need being told about space and adventures and shit. Stay away from my fucking kid. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I'd watch that show, where he's just like, he's a farmer now. He's meant to just be looked after here by me. Piss off.
Like, you dropped him off here to keep him safe.
Yeah.
What are you doing trying to suck him into all this shit? We're fathers.
But
we farm water.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense. But then there's also, someone pointed out, you haven't seen the last episode, but Luke, you've seen it, right? Where Reva's coming to the homestead, right? And Owen knows that. And they're both like, we've got to hunker down and fight. Otherwise, they'll just chase us. And it's like, no. That's actually fucking insane.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You need to run away. Like, that's what you should be doing.
Also, change his last name, please.
Yes.
If you want to keep him safe, the first thing you need to do is change his name. Leia changed her name.
Yeah.
He's now Luke Beru.
You are not going to be able to kill this woman.
Yeah,
she
Luke
is
Lars.
a fucking...
Luke Lars. Done.
She is a Sith Inquisitor, and you are a farmer with a gun. You are not going to be able to kill this woman. What are you talking about, you insane man?
Yeah. Well, clearly someone kills her, right?
No.
Still out there for her own fucking trilogy coming soon.
Yeah. Also, makes no fucking sense. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Obi-Wan takes pity on her, lets her go. Sorry.
Why?
So she knows that that's Darth Vader's son on the farm, and he... sorry. Also, are you fucking insane, Obi-Wan?
Oh, but also, to the next 20 years, she doesn't tell Darth Vader?
Exactly. No, how does
that's
Darth
Vader
not know at this point? After the events of Obi-Wan...
Well,
why is Bail Organa allowed to live?
Look, sorry, listeners. When does Darth Vader realise that he's still got
when it was written into the script in Empire Strikes Back?
Correct. Yeah, at that point they know it.
What is it? But it's because at that point he started kind of telepathically being linked to him with the Force, right? Because there's once or twice they kind of talk to each other, sort of. And there's a great deleted scene in Return of the Jedi where they full on have a Rey and Kylo conversation, but they removed it.
I think literally the first time you can track it back, like, so the audience doesn't know that, they're father and son until he tells him and on Bespin. But earlier on, I think the first time it kind of comes up at all is when he's talking to the Emperor on the Holla thing, and he says, "The son of Skywalker must not be allowed to become a Jedi."
Oh, so fucking Palpatine
and so
knows.
Yeah,
he's
so
probably known
at
the
that
whole
point
time.
They both know. Obviously, they both know. It's
Okay,
just
well,
the audience doesn't know.
I'm going to blow your mind. Think about it. When Darth Vader says, "As a presence, I haven't."
Yes,
in a long
that was
time.
going to be what I was going to say.
Maybe he's talking about Luke.
Maybe he's not talking about. Yeah, because he never.
He's talking about Chewie. They've all met before.
It's been
who he's talking about. It could be anybody.
Chewie's met fucking everyone by this point. He's hung out with Yoda. Like, when he was like, I'm going to Dagobah, why didn't Chewie go, say hi to Yoda for me?
I've not felt since High school, Bob, is that you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, that makes sense because actually a few years ago he did meet up with Obi-Wan. So he's definitely not talking about Obi-Wan. We know that.
Yeah, good point.
Fucking hell.
Oh, we need to get someone with the Darth Vader outfit.
This
We need
is
to film
why
that skit.
I hate Star Wars. No, we just need the AI voice, which I have happened to subscribe to, and footage of Darth Vader, which we can make him say anything.
See, I'm not liking that whole AO voice stuff. I'm not liking it.
I mean,
Ladies
I like
and gentlemen,
it, but I don't like it.
Here's a bit of a sample of what I've been playing around with this week. Now, I tried...
As he was saying that, Luke did the zipper on his little Escalade. I'm going to leave that in because it literally just sounds like, here's a little sample of what I've been working on.
What I've been playing around with this week.
This is Orson Welles. There is only one movie director as good as I was, and that is Daniel Miller. Don't get me started on that hack, Steven Spielberg. Seriously. Have you guys seen The Tail Job? It's literally the second best movie ever made. After Citizen Kane, of course.
Now, I also tried to make Matt and Luke, but for some reason, Chat AI only does Americans. So it's made you both sound a bit American, and here you are. Well, actually, Luke sounds a bit Cockney, to be honest, but it doesn't. Either way, it doesn't understand Australians.
Hi, this is Matt Ham. The tone of my voice is pretty good, but I sound a bit too American.
Hi, this is Luke Alderson. I'm a flat earther and a sovereign citizen, and I'm meant to sound more Australian than this.
Well, it's going to take a while because even with voice recognition, it took a lot longer to learn Australian.
That's true.
Accent than anyone else's.
Sometimes, like early days, you had to put on a bit of an American accent to get your phone.
Because we were like, left or right, Cam? He was like, I don't understand.
I'll set a timer for 10 minutes. And the phone's like, what?
What? Yeah, you're right. Back in the early days of that, you had to put on an American accent if you wanted to talk to AI.
Yeah.
Yep. That's going to be the same. But yeah, I'm not, I don't know, I'm not liking it at the moment because you can make people say stuff that they're not saying. And also...
Yeah, it's just fucking terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrifying. And then also, it's like... James Earl Jones has stolen the rights to his voice. That's fine. People are going to be able to. They'll be able to use that. But other people haven't sold the rights, and they're now going to have their voices
like you
used
and I, Luke. But Dan's doing it anyway.
Just said
he's having a go.
Yep, I'm having a go.
Who
did
knows
you guys
what Dan's
see?
going to make us say?
No, we always talk about just Australian media personalities that no one else has heard of. But you guys know Richard Wilkins?
Yes.
He's
that news, entertainment news guy.
He does the entertainment news on one of the morning shows, and he has since the 90s. You'd know him, Matt.
Yeah.
Richard Wilkins. I think he used to also be a VJ of some kind, right?
Yeah, I know this guy.
So somebody made some amazingly accurate-looking photographs of him being arrested, right? And he looks disgruntled. His hair's a mess. The cops are like trying to like hold him, and he's trying to get away and resist. They're complete fakes. They've been leaked online. News Cycle picked it up. I saw this in the news several times last week. Richard Wilkins arrested. He has come out and he's like, "I'm not fucking in jail, guys. It's just AI." But like, his life is being ruined. Like his kids have had to.
The crazy
tell
thing
their
about
schools,
the picture is it's not even that good. Like I've just seen the picture and you can tell it's fake, but already that's ruining stuff.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get better.
Yeah. Did you see the photos, the fake Trump being arrested photos?
Yeah. They were great. But
where he's
as he was being
off.
really arrested, but yes.
Yeah, but the photo, I'm looking at him now, there's a bunch of them where it looks like he's being like held down by these cops and he's screaming. But they're not real. And some New York Times reporter, I think, got banned from using the AI service because he made them as a joke, and they were like, come on, don't do that.
Yeah. No, those were great.
Yeah, they're great, but I think it's getting dangerous now. Now, before it was hard to know what to believe online. Now, it's going to be impossible.
Don't believe a goddamn thing.
Do believe that Orson Welles is a huge fan of this podcast, though.
Yeah.
Believe that.
No, as I always say, get your news from get information from multiple places.
Gasm.
Yeah, get your information from multiple nerdgasm.
Nerdgasm. Yeah,
we'll set
never
you
lie
straight.
To you. We'll never lie to you intentionally.
Yeah, until I perfect these guys' voices, and then I won't even need you to.
If we say something untrue, it's just because we're wrong.
Yeah, if one episode Luke is just being very anti-woke, then you'll know that AI has finally got there.
Yeah. See, I'm looking at the Trump ones now, and they do look believable because you can sort of see one where it's sort of like he's sort of pushing away. It's sort of like, he would be because we're gonna handcuff you. No, you're not. And then
they're pretty good. But yeah, fake.
Yeah, they're really good.
You can still, they're good. You can still see that they're not quite perfect, but they're good. And yeah, it's going to get
enough.
Better.
They're good enough that people who aren't really looking hard are going to be like, no, I've seen the pictures.
Someone scrolling through Facebook. Mm-hmm. They arrested him. So that's now fact.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he resisted arrest.
Oh, there's even ones of him in the orange prison jumpsuit now, looking disgruntled in prison.
Yeah.
Oh, that's magnificent.
Luke, do you have a fridge update? Is that what this is in the spreadsheet?
Yes.
Oh,
so remember,
sound like a good update.
It sounds like a great update.
Story so far.
Remember how I brought my first Xbox fridge and it just blew up the second I plugged it in?
Yes.
And remember how I told you when I got the second one, it says don't use it all the time?
Yes.
Because it's not an actual fridge?
I use it quite a lot.
What does
tried
that
to turn
mean?
When you say use it.
Don't use it all the time.
You mean
they mean don't use it as a fridge.
But do they mean don't keep it plugged in? Right.
They mean don't run it. They mean like bring it out at a party.
Well, what is this product that they like don't run?
It's a gimmick. It's not a...
I bought my new iPhone, but it says don't use this.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Now when I try and turn it on now, it just does nothing.
Well, from all accounts, it did nothing anyway.
Except doesn't sound
the
like
light
it did a lot,
flashes on it.
Okay. Yeah,
and the fan doesn't spin anymore.
So it's not a fridge.
Two Xbox fridges, and they both don't work.
Maybe
I'd argue no Xbox fridges, whatever that was.
I mean, if you've decided from this exercise that what you really want is a fridge in your room, then you should just.
I'm just going to get a fridge.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go buy a little bar fridge. That's what I'm going to do.
Matt, you don't have a fridge.
And it'll be
in your
probably
office,
about the same price.
I do not. No, we have a fridge in the kitchen and we have a fridge in the basement.
Okay, that's creepy. Why a fridge in the basement? You fucking psycho.
Because it's a beer and soda
bedroom
fridge with a kind of it's when we bought the house, it came with a fridge. It's an older one.
That shitty fridge is now in the basement for drinks.
Correct. Yeah, it's got drinks and it's got food in the freezer that we kind of pop down there for,
Is there beer in your basement fridge right now?
Yes, always.
Like excess beer?
Yeah, always.
Yeah, that's what the spare fridge. That's
no,
what the old fridge is always for.
But if there's beer in my house, it's only there the amount of nights that there are cans.
No, because if that all disappeared, I'd have to explain myself. So
fair enough.
The difference is Matt isn't a drunk like I am.
Fair enough.
Sure.
Yeah.
No one's a drunk.
Not like you are. He is a drunk.
Yeah. No, I am. But yeah.
You put alcohol in the house, and it's a race to see how fast I can finish it. Even though I'm racing against I always win.
Oh, no, there's always beer down there.
That's why I need to come visit. I'll fix that. Actually, I won't. I probably won't like half the beers that are down there.
Probably not. A lot of IPAs. A lot of
What a fucking hipster.
I just need
more
lager.
of that ice cream one that even I'm like,
oh no,
you got to really be in the mood for that. It's
I bet you do. Christ.
See, I think an ice cream beer that'd be a nice gimmicky first sip, and then
I don't think so. It's milk.
It is, but these are pint cans of it. So, I mean, it's good. It's just a lot,
That'd be one for, hey, everyone try this one can, everyone gets a sip, and yep, we've tried it now.
I got a lot of that Dark All Day, which is the one that I told you kind of tastes like that Carlton Black that I used to drink.
Oh, yeah, Carlton Black is all right, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got one of those that, the brewery we go to does, like, they switch out what they're doing all the time, and I don't even know if they'll ever make that one again, so I just bought a bunch of it.
Yeah, right.
Did we all watch a movie this week? I know Dan and I both watched a movie. Did you watch it, Luke? It's a movie about a game.
No, I didn't. I wanted to, I just didn't have time. I got stuck at work.
You should, because it is everything a movie should be, which is just fun.
We joked about, and Penny Arcade made a comic about many years ago when they said they were going to make a Tetris movie, and we were all like, fuck off, that's stupid. Turns out, not stupid, excellent.
No. Although I assume this is not how it really happened.
No.
I mean, am I right? This couldn't possibly be
I was like
how it
slightly
really
embellished until they got to the USSR and they were all literally there in the building and the Russian guys are running between, and I'm like, okay, they've made this up. It's good.
Yeah, and then when they're like literally trying to outrun the Soviet authorities to get back to the airport, and I was like, well, they could just not let you take off, mate. It's the Soviet Union. It's also, you're flying to another Eastern Bloc country. Like, you'll be detained there.
Still great.
Yeah, amazing.
Really
so
good.
I think the problem is when they announce that they're going to make a game like a Tetris movie, we think of the game Tetris. We're not thinking about about the game.
But if somebody said to you,
plot.
there's going to be a movie about how one fucking coder came up with Tetris and then Nintendo wanted it for the Game Boy, and so there was a negotiation, you'd be like, why would I want to watch that movie? Well, I'll tell you why, because it's fucking excellent.
It's really compelling.
Yeah, and this is not just from like some like game historian point of view. It's just a very fun movie.
Yeah.
It's about a sales guy who is at CES in Vegas and he sees Tetris and he's like, I've got to get the rights to that game somehow. And so it's just about him trying to get the rights and then, talking to all these companies and just basically just trying to like...
The way you describe it, Matt, it sounds fucking boring.
Yeah.
And yet
I do have a question.
Mm.
If he sees it at CES, the expo, why doesn't he just talk to the person who's displaying it?
He does, because but those people don't own it. They just licensed it in North America. And he works in Japan. So he's like, who owns the rights in Japan?
He wants it for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's,
and all of that's part of the story.
It's good, man.
Somehow that's exciting in this movie.
Yeah. Well, because they make it exciting, because it's like,
Yeah.
Because
it's ridiculous.
They make it like he's literally going to lose his house if he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
It's like,
and he's literally running half the fucking movie. Like,
yeah, true.
It's a race against time.
Also, there's a lot of cases where like the KGB are like, seriously, you need to leave the country or we'll kill you.
Yeah.
Like, next time we will kill you. And then the next time, like, okay, next time we're going to kill you. And then, all right, next time.
Why are you even in the Soviet Union, mate?
And then he's back.
Shouldn't have been allowed in.
Oh, can we just kill this guy?
And then at the end, where he's like, he's finally got, this is not a spoiler, where he's finally got the Game Boy dudes on board and he's like, I can get you Tetris today, but you have to come with me to the Soviet Union.
We'll have to sneak into the USSR on tourist visas.
Yeah.
If we tell them they're for business, they'll just murder us.
Mate, you are wanted by every government agency. It's so good, Luke.
All right.
Watch it.
No, it's really good.
Then.
When it ended, I was like legitimately annoyed it wasn't like in a series, and now we get the Gallagher movie about it, and then the Pong movie. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see an over the top way that, Sega stole fucking Sonic the Hedgehog from the Soviets.
Yeah. No, it's really good. Yeah, and the whole thing about how this programmer made it, but he's like, well, I live in the USSR. I don't get to make money off it, right? The government owns it.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, well, that sucks. Yeah, well,
it sucks to be you.
Go back to America then,
but
mate.
I could if you sold me the rights and I took them to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Forget you. How about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, speaking of salesmen, I know someone else is on. He's been watching a television show.
I watched the first episode of it last night, and this is quite interesting. Did you watch this, Luke? You obviously did.
I'm about halfway through it.
Yeah, okay. So you're enjoying it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's weird. It sort of reminds me. It's a bit like, so it's Hello Tomorrow. So it's a bit like the Fallout world.
It's like a prequel to Fallout.
I saw this.
Yeah.
It's set in the
trailer
future
for this.
of the 50s.
Yep.
The premise is Billy
this.
Crudup is selling real estate on the moon, or is he?
And yeah, so he gets in contact with, his son, he gets in contact with his son again after his mother gets killed by an automatic delivery van, or in a coma. But then that
was quite brutal too, because it's in like a sequence of like how perfect the 50s are, and then it's like she just gets fucking crushed, and it's like, oh shit, okay.
And then he takes him under his wing, even though he doesn't know that he hasn't told him that he's his father, and they start selling this property on the moon, and it's sort of interesting. And it is just, they are just like the very sleazy salesmen, like roll into town, sell this, move on.
I'm going to have to watch this.
But no, it's worth a watch. It's not...
If just for production, design, and...
Apple. Oh, I've got that. All right.
Yeah. It's not like a silly comedy that I would normally watch. It's light. There's humour to it.
I knew Luke was going to watch it as soon as I saw Alison Pill was in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I noticed that here on the cast list.
That may have helped in my decision to watch it.
If you still haven't watched Dear Wendy, go and watch Dear Wendy. It is an excellent movie. It's about these nerds who live in like middle America who decide one day, you know what would make us awesome? If we all had guns. And so these nerds just get into guns. And Alison Pill is in it, and it's excellent.
I do like Alison Pill.
Do you like her?
I
don't like...
Because they're
she's still in Picard?
Yeah, it's
she's still in Picard, or is she not in Picard anymore?
I stopped watching.
No, she's not in season 3.
No.
She became the Borg Queen.
Oh, I haven't watched season 2.
Yeah, no, you should watch season 2. She's
now.
amazing in it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, if we're up to season 3, you can't complain about spoilers for season 2.
No, I'd watch Alison Pill as the Borg Queen. Definitely.
Yeah.
Watch it.
I watched something else that I obtained, and just because I guess it was on a Tetris sort of kick, and I watched a movie called Pinball.
Oh, yes, I've also got that bookmarked.
It's excellent. It's really excellent.
Good, I might watch that later tonight.
Again, it's another, based on a true story about this guy, Roger, who loves pinball. Mm. And pinball was, for 35 years, illegal in New York. Pinball machines were illegal because they thought it was gambling.
It was gambling, yeah.
They thought it was...
How's it gambling?
They thought they were invented by
Games
the
of
mob
chance.
To take lunch money from kids. That's how they put it. And so they banned it for 35 years, and this guy just loves pinball. And it's about how he gets that overturned. It's really good.
I actually read an article once. I think it was on howstuffworks.com when that used to be a thing, but might even still be a thing. It's just I don't go to it anymore. But that pinball machines were originally invented to kind of have like outside casinos, so that like while your dad was in there gambling, instead of leaving you in the car, you could just stand out there gambling on your own.
Right. Because they didn't have bumpers or anything originally. Because they took I think what they say in this is that they were invented during the Great Depression as a way for people to not, forget that life was shit. And I'm sure that's probably a romanticized version of why they were really created.
Yeah. And to get a bit of money.
Yeah. But they didn't have bumpers or even like the little thing.
Yeah, it was honestly just gravity and you hitting the ball.
Yeah, you just,
and then eventually someone was
you
like,
watched it come back. Yeah,
but that's what he's got to convince these people. It's like, no, this is a game of skill, not not a gambling. Like, and so
I never knew that. That's insane.
Yeah, watch the movie. It's good.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
I love his Mo.
His Mo is mate,
there's an excellent Mo in Tetris as well.
That's true. The Mo in Pinball is so fake that it's distracting sometimes until you stop noticing it. Like at a certain point, you just kind of go, like there's that guy with that fake Mo. And then you just don't worry about it anymore.
I'm growing a Mo like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it's next level fake Mo, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah, it's not.
Holy shit.
It's actually kind of confusing how it's so bad.
Because it's a fake Mo in Tetris as well. Like sometimes they cut to a little too close and you can see the glue. But this is this looks like one of those ones that you used to just wear to a party.
Yeah, I thought he was going to shave it off at some point. He doesn't. So I don't know why. Yeah.
I think the reason why is they even just judging from, I think the guy who it's based on had that Mo and that like.
No. That's definitely the case. It's just, But I mean, otherwise, the guy's performance, the guy who plays Roger, is fantastic. It's just that
who is it? Is it
moustache
somebody we know? I can't recognize him, but I
don't think so.
Slightly familiar.
Everybody's really good in it. Actually, it's genuinely very, very good movie. Good performances. It was interesting.
Oh my god! I've just stopped on a frame in the trailer here of a close up of him, and I don't know why somebody didn't say should we just get him to grow a real mustache?
Yeah, no. It's terrible. It's really bad. It's the only bad thing in the movie, which it's not bad enough to ruin it, but it is distracting at times. It's really strange.
Honestly, I think for him to grow a Mo like that would be too long, and I think they really wanted to
Yeah,
emphasize
maybe.
how big that Mo was.
And actually, the way the movie's framed is really good. It's really, really very good. So it's him as an older man telling
More
the
about the
story,
Mo.
and it's shot like a Netflix documentary almost at the start, where you've got him as an old man and he's telling the story, and he starts talking about how he met this girl and this kind of stuff, and they're like, "Sorry, we're more interested in the pinball," and he's like, "Yeah, we'll get to that." And then as it goes on, you move into the movie, and then something will happen, and then something very like Hollywoody movie will happen, and then it cuts back to the guy, and he's going, "No, hang on a minute. Don't do that. That's not how it happened." And then, and then it's like,
That's
yeah,
good.
it's good. It's
Is
good
it
framing.
the real old man?
I would be surprised if it was because his performance
He plays
is too
along.
good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe he's actually a good actor as well, but yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's an actor.
Did you watch that documentary where George Lazenby talked about getting famous and becoming James Bond, and then they had flashbacks filmed with actors acting out all his antics? That's something you should definitely watch. What is that called?
I like Lazenby.
Yeah, it's excellent. George Lazenby doco. It's called Becoming Bond.
Yeah, right. I'd be interested in that. Yeah, that's an interesting story. Anyway,
so it's
they fired him because he wouldn't get a haircut.
yeah, and it's got Josh Lawson. You know him, the Australian actor and comedian.
Yeah,
you definitely
I know that.
But he plays
I know
young Lazenby.
Yeah, right. Okay, I can see that.
Structurally, it sounds like exactly what you've just described, which is obviously what pinball is kind of parodying. So you see old Lazenby narrating the story, except it's really him, and then it cuts away to
a reenactment.
Yeah,
sort of. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Maybe I should check. Maybe it is the real guy, but like I said, his delivery is too good for like a Joe Public kind of pinball nerd.
Let's find out.
It just seems more like it's an actor. But
not Tetris.
Well, even I'm trying to look it up, and it doesn't really say who plays him. It says who plays young
movie.
Oh, really?
Here we go. Pinball: The Man Who Saved the Game, starring Roger Young, who plays Roger when he's old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Luke's
I
right,
can't
it doesn't
find who
say.
plays Roger when he's old.
Interesting. It doesn't. That's fucking weird.
Yeah. Like, they make a note of who played him when he was young.
I mean, it looks like him, but they would have made it look like him anyway.
Rest of cast listed Roger Sharp uncredited. But there's no Roger Sharp old, so it might actually be him.
No.
Oh, there's an episode of Drunk History where they do this story
Dennis
as well. I'd watch that.
Boutskaris. It's an actor. Dennis Boutskaris. Yeah. Oh, it just says
Mr.
Mr. Sharp.
Mr. Sharp.
Mr. Sharp. Yeah.
I
It's
see,
an actor.
right.
He's an actor.
Okay.
Yeah, he's too
Okay,
good.
so they've done Tetris, they've done Pinball. When are they going to do the Billy Mitchell movie? That's got to be next.
Well, they're going to wait for that to be finished.
Yeah.
Mate, it is finished.
There's no...
it's not yet. You've got to wait for these court cases to finish.
I need closure.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard anything since the last one where he was like, absolutely, you have cheated. We have photographic evidence now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that didn't go well for him.
He's in
he
West
posted
Side
the
Story,
photos
that's
too. What a fool.
Yep.
I know.
So the thing is, it's not saying that he didn't get the score there. It's saying he didn't get the score on
that machine.
the appropriate machine.
No, but he posted photos himself that show the machine was modified.
Yep.
What an idiot.
Well, it just showed the machine that was not the machine he had described, which was the original machine. Yeah.
Yep. Which only had the 4-way stick instead of the 8-way stick.
Which is weird, right? Because if you were lying about it and you've been lying about it for so long, you'd think you'd spot that, right? In your own, you go, oh, I better not post that photo because it's quite obvious that that's the wrong machine.
Unless he is just so, unless A, he's convinced himself, which I would also believe.
Or maybe he's innocent and that machine was also there. And unfortunately, that's the one in the photo.
Slightly to the right of that is the original machine.
But the thing is, like, if you just got the score and you're getting a photo with the presenter, you're going to do it in front of the machine.
I would have thought so. Yeah.
But also, here's the thing. It wasn't a photo he had all along. Somebody dug up that photo and he went, oh, look, there it is. Proof. So I think also possibly he just jumped on that as soon as he thought about it.
Was it him who posted those photos?
It was. Somebody else dug them up and then he posted them saying, this is proof. Look, here's me with the machine. And then some smartass went,
because I remember
I think you'll find that's not the original machine.
Yeah. I remember at the time thinking, what the hell? Why did he do that? What a stupid thing to do.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if he actually posted them.
Hmm.
I think they were just dug up because they've been trying to hunt down. Because even in his lawsuit, the people who witnessed him get this score, it's his friend's girlfriend. Like
it's you lose focus, right? You're trying to prove you were at the bowling alley, right? And then you go, look, there it is. There's a photo of me at the bowling alley with my wife. Matt, that's not your wife.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Exactly.
I was too busy looking at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's because he's suing a lot of people. One of the people he's suing is an Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fuck.
For slander, right? For libel?
Yeah, so saying, hey,
for slander.
Slander. Yeah.
It's cost him a bit of money to defend it.
Mm.
And I hope
that sucks.
But I really hope this is one of those things where you counsel sue for like, I want my money back that I've spent on my lawyers.
Unfortunately, it costs money to do that too. But if you win the case, they pay for your court case, right? Or am I understanding?
Well, that's what I'd hope.
Yeah, if you sue, but so you don't walk away richer. You just walk away. I don't owe my attorney.
Yeah, it's break even.
Money.
You still wasted a whole bunch of your time.
Still not good.
Yeah, you get to be part of something truly special. The life story of Billy Mitchell.
Well, if you want to be part of our life story, which is something truly special, why don't you head over to patreon.com/multiplenerdgasm. And this doesn't have to be the end of the road for you in terms of listening to this week's episode.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Subscribe or you'll be killed. Matt, that's where I'm going with
I'm
this.
normally the one that threatens people on this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna keep talking after this to the patrons. We got some sperm news. If
we do, we've got
if you're into that.
Listeners,
of course, we've got Geeks of the Week and
and much someone who was shot for a prank.
At least you did the quotes on the right word that time.
We've got something else. I don't know if we'll get to it, but
we've got a lot in the after party this week. If you really do, this would be a good one. If you haven't signed up before, this is the one to sign up for.
Don't say that, because sometimes we say that and we get in there and all we talk about is
like, hey, you know what else I hate about the prequels?
Not this week.
That's all for this week. Thank you for listening and we hope you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed it, then please subscribe in iTunes to receive episodes automatically. We'll see you next time.